Hello everyone, and thanks for watching this video. I'm Yosef Messina, and just a quick reminder to listen to my podcast, Sports with Yosef. It's on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, or wherever you listen to your podcast at Sports with Yosef. Also check out my YouTube channel, and also check me out on Sportscaster. YouTube, just put me in Yosef Center. I should come up. I'm doing a bunch of videos there, as well as on Sportscaster, CASTR. So wherever you are watching this right now, check me out in the other place. All right, Orioles. News that was expected yet unexpected. The Orioles traded Andrew Cashner to the Red Sox, and this is really Mike Glass's first major deal since becoming the Orioles general manager in November. And they traded him for two prospects. The 17-year-old Elio Prado. He's an outfielder and infielder. Noel Berth Romero. Both will go to the Dominican Summer League with the Orioles. Have two teams. And the Orioles, while they're probably not going to be trading John Means, they might trade Trey Mancini. I kind of hope they do. I like Trey. It's time for the Orioles to move on from him just because of the fact that he's got an arbitration coming up, I believe, after this year, or is it next year? This is the third out of his 6 years that he's got, and they're not going to be ready. And it's going to be tough for the Orioles because, while this was the right move, he really did well this year. 3.3 ERA, and the Orioles also gave cash, by the way, to the Red Sox. I was trying to find, there was a really good article which broke down the different, what's it called? The different prospects, and I've been unable to find it. But the Orioles with this trade, it's really cementing the fact that they're doing this for real. They're not doing this silly. They're silly. They're not making just stupid decisions. They're doing it the right way, and they're making sure that they're going out and getting better. That they're not going to wait till the last second. They're not doing what they did with Machado and giving a short rental. No. They're going to do better. Nathan Eovaldi will probably head to the pen for the Red Sox. And it's good for the Orioles because they're doing it the right way. And I'm sorry, I'm still trying to find that article, and I have no luck. Well, sports isn't always changing businesses, and was there yesterday, isn't there today. But this is the right decision by the Orioles. They're making the right strides towards the future, and what I like is that they're doing it aggressively. They're going to get. I like Andrew Cashner. He's going to another team. He's going to have a chance to play in the postseason, and it's going to be fun to watch the rest of the season and figure out what he wants to do for the rest of his career. But what's smart play by the Orioles? They're being proactive. They're making trades early. They're not giving a 6-month rental. The Orioles rebuild is for real, and that's really good to see. And the Orioles are going to have to figure out what else they want to be doing at the trade deadline. Because I talked earlier about John Means. He made his first All-Star game. His trade value, he's under team control for the next 5 years. The amount of prospects that they could get, we're talking otherworldly. Is it worth it? Yes, no, maybe. My decision would be no. Especially with Andrew Cashner gone. The Orioles, they could really use him to cement this Orioles rotation. And yes, he had a bad outing in the doubleheader yesterday. But he's going to get better. He is getting better. The Orioles could really use him. They could be really good with him. He could be the face of their rebuild. I would say keep him. Obviously, Mike Glass will make that call. And I'm sure it's going to be very tempting for him if he gets a call from the Pirates. Hey, for John Means, we're going to give you these 20 prospects. 3 of them in the top 10 on the MLB pipeline. That could happen. The return for John Means would be maybe the biggest return in all of trades because he's under team control. Control is everything in the new MLB. The MLB is going for younger players under control, and that's what would really make John Means so valuable on the trade market. Another guy who really is under team control for another 3 years is Trey Mancini. Trade him? Don't trade him. I would here say yes. I don't think the Orioles would be ready. Very optimistically, 2 years ago, no, last year, I said the Orioles could be back in contention in 2020. And I still think that that could have been true. But here's what needed to have happened. Dylan Bundy would have had to come out and play at the level that he could have. I expected Cedric Mullins to come out and light it up in the majors. I expected a couple other minor leaguers to do really well, and they didn't. I was going on the most optimistic track where everything went perfect. And that's what I kind of meant. Well, we could theoretically be playoffs at the earliest 2020. Well, the Orioles will not be back in the playoffs by 2020. I don't think they'll be back by 2021 is a stretch. So to keep Trey Mancini, why? Trade him now when he's got the most value. You can get a lot of prospects from him. He should have gone to Cleveland this year for the All-Star game. He's got a decent glove, good bat. He's batting well this year. If you trade him, you make the right decision. You get more prospects. And the Orioles, I don't know if there's going to be a market. I kind of want them to go out there and I don't know what the market is for. I don't know what the market is for a guy like Dylan Bundy. This really is a seller's market. There's not a lot of people around, which could be. This is the year that the Orioles go out and get rid of everyone because they could start some real bidding wars. That could be a lot of fun to watch as an Orioles fan. Trust the process. That's what the Orioles are doing, and that's what you should be doing. Also, if you're an Orioles fan, and if you're not an Orioles fan, you can have some easy teams to play against over the next couple years. Thanks for watching this video. I'm Yosef Messina, and a quick reminder to listen to my podcast, Sports with Yosef. It's on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, or wherever you listen to your podcast. Also, check me out on Sportscaster and YouTube. Both of them, you'll be able to find me, just Yosef Messina, Yosef M613. Yosef M613 is Spotify, but I'm sorry, Sportscaster, but if you put Yosef Messina, you'll find me that way also. So check me out on Sportscaster on YouTube, as well as my podcast. Thanks for watching. I'll put out more videos soon. I'll see you next time.